Are we going? When you can't tell if you're recording or not. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah Basca. This story, as you can tell from the title, is going to be a story time, and this shit just happened to me a few nights ago, so it's really fresh in my mem. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I do face a lot of uncomfortable situations on a day-to-day basis. This shit was like the most uncomfortable experience of my entire life. So yeah, sit back and relax, prepare to cringe your ass off. So let's dive in, and I'm actually gonna dive in this time.
Oh, I'm about to dive in.
So this story took place a couple days ago. I went snowboarding for the first time like a week prior, so my muscles were screaming in pain literally this whole week. Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every night I pray, my bones would just be screaming.
If you caught that, the police reference, then that's dope.
So me and Nat were kicking it, and we were like, hey, we need to be rubbed down. We didn't feel like rubbing each other down, so we were like, let's get a massage. It's like 5 p.m., you know? So we're like, there's probably not a lot of places open right now, let's just like check anyway. It doesn't hurt to check, right? We go on the Googs. We type in massage places that are still open. We came across this one place, and the thing about this place was, it was open till midnight. And if that doesn't concern you right there, then I don't know what will. Because that shit sounds sketch. We didn't think anything of it. We were like, yeah, dope. Like, that's fucking sick. Let's go there. They're open till midnight. Hell yeah. Natalie calls, makes the appointment. She said it was super easy. So this is key to the story, so remember this part. We booked a 1-hour back massage for both of us. Strictly back, okay? We booked the massage for 9 p.m., okay? I know that sounds kind of whack, but it was open till midnight. Like, at least we didn't book it for 11. You know what I mean? It was 9. Not a big deal. So we go to this place, and when we walk in, it's this huge room, and there's like a desk on the side, and then on the right side there's this like huge water wall. The decor was all imported from Asia, I guess the guy was telling us, and everything looked dope, and we were like, whoa, this shit is swanky. But something weird about this place was they weren't playing any music. Like, no music was being played. It was just a silent, huge room. It was silent as shit. Like, no one was really even talking. There's this really cute lady sitting on the couch, and she comes up to us. She's like, hi guys. She didn't really speak that much English, but we definitely could understand her. She was like, come down with me. So we follow her, and she takes us. There's a staircase going down into this basement, and these stairs are like long velvet red stairs, and they go all the way down, and it's like an experience just walking downstairs. You're like, wow. When we go down, the whole downstairs is dark, except, you know how there's like light bulbs in your fucking ceiling? They changed them to red lights, so it was just like red lights everywhere. But the whole basement was just filled with a bunch of twin-sized beds. There were probably 50 twin beds lined up next to each other. 50, I'm not even kidding. Maybe even 70. I don't know. There were so many. There was only like a sheer curtain dividing each bed, and there were like rose petals and shit all over the beds. And we were like, yo, what the shit is this? Like, and what was creepy about it was it was completely silent, and there was just single red lights hanging down over each bed. So we're just like, the lady like led us to the back of that, so we had to walk past all these freaky beds. There's just a bunch of rooms in the back, like beyond the beds there's more rooms. Like, this place was fucking huge. On each of the rooms it said VIP, and we were like, oh cool, we're like important people, oh shit. And so the lady turns around and she's like, okay, now you go into this room, you go into this room, and put these on. And she gave us these like little scrub things, just like a baggy shirt and then baggy shorts. We couldn't really understand her, so we didn't know if she meant like put that shit on now or like after. So we were like, okay, haha. So we go into our rooms, and her room had just like a single bed in it and like a light and then some like a table and then oil. So her room was like a normal room. My room was fucking weird. My room had the massage table. But then it also had a king-size bed right next to it. And there were rose petals and shit, there were pillows, and then there was a couch over here. So I'm like, what the hell is this? Do they get massages on the bed? Like, I don't understand how that works. I don't really want to understand how that works, so I'm not gonna ask. So I just kind of ignored it and I was like, whatevs. I change into these weird ass clothes and I'm sitting on the table waiting, and then Natalie comes in and she has her clothes on. She's like, are we supposed to wear these? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I just put them on, like, I really don't fucking know. And we were like giggling and shit, and then she went back into her room and someone just barges in, just literally opens the door so hard, so aggressively. It was my massage lady. She spoke very minimal English, so it was really hard to understand. And she's wearing, I'm not even fucking exaggerating, like, go ahead and think that I'm lying, because I can't control the way you think, but this is literally what she was wearing. She was wearing a sequins black and pink skirt. Sequins, bitch. And then she was just wearing a white t-shirt, okay, with like a sequin skirt, and then she was wearing pink Nikes, bright pink and black Nikes. And honestly, I was so confused. I was like, bitch, you look like you just got back from the club. Like, it seemed like the guy at the front desk just called this random bitch and was like, hey, can you like come down here and massage this girl? Like, we don't really know what to do. We don't have enough people. And like, she came from the club. Like, she did not look like a massage therapist. I lay on my stomach. She didn't even like talk to me really. She just like started putting her hands on my back, and I had that weird shirt on. So I was like, would it be easier if I took this off so you can like actually get into my back? And she was just like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. And so, you know how they're supposed to leave the room so you can like take your clothes off? She went to leave the room and she closed the door behind her but left like this much open. Like, she didn't even close the door. And anyone could have walked by and see me butt ass naked. So I'm just like, okay. And so I get up and I close the door, I take off my shirt, and I just lay there. And they have like this little cloth. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a massage, but usually there's like a little cloth and you lay that over your ass so that they can just get your back and your legs and whatever. Usually they don't work on your ass if you don't tell them to. I left my pants on because I was just getting a back massage. And she walks in again and she's like, and she starts working on my back, you know, and then she starts going lower to my butt, and she takes off the cloth and she sees that I still have my pants on, and she's like, off. That's all she said.
Those off.
And I'm like, okay. And so she goes and she leaves again. This time doesn't close the door behind her at all, so it's just completely open. And I'm like, okay, again, get up, close the door. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Just close. I'm getting changed. I'm getting naked in here. So I take my pants off and I'm laying there again, and then I put the sheet over my ass again to let her know like this is off limits. But I thought she wanted me to take the pants off just so she can get like my lower back, you know, like right over there, my hips and shit. So I was like, okay, this is fine. She comes back in, she's like kind of massaging my back a little bit, and then she just starts trailing and then just starts going ham on my ass. And I was laying there like, okay, this isn't weird, you know, this is her job. This is totally what she has to do every day. This was the fucking weird part. As I'm laying on this table, there is absolutely no music playing in this room. And also in that room, the light was on. It was like a bright light. It was not relaxing at all. I was completely vulnerable on this table. I've got my ass literally just out. My vag is just right there. And also there was no music playing in a bright, not a bright, but like not a dimmed room. Like, it was so fucking awkward. And so I was laying there trying so hard not to laugh, but then I can hear music in Natalie's room. Like, I hear like the soothing like you know, and it's all playing in Nat's room, and I'm like, fuck her. Why does she get the music? Like, that sucks. At least put me in a different room. Like, I'm laying there and this woman is rubbing me down, and honestly, it was so mediocre that it hurt me inside. I've gotten a lot of massages done, especially having a bestie that's a massage therapist. I get rubbed down frequently. I know what a good massage feels like, and that shit was so bad. It wasn't even a massage. She was just kind of rubbing around on my back. Like, not like getting in there, not getting my knots, not feeling out my muscles, like not getting to know my back at all. She was just rubbing me. And she was like, "How's the pressure?" And I was like, "You can go a little harder, like, I have a really messed up back." And she was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And she just, you know, presses down a little harder, but doesn't really, like, know what she's doing. And she kept going back to my ass. And usually I wouldn't care if she was actually trying to, like, get in there, find my muscles in my ass, and, like, work through it, work with it, like, get up all up in there and make me actually be like, "Ow, that hurts. You're actually doing something to my ass right now. You're clearly not massaging me, and you're just feeling me up for an hour. I don't understand." And then she would, like, feel up my ass, go back to my back, and whenever she would trail back to my back, I would think, like, yes, yes, bitch, stay there, stay at my back, get in there, work that out, get all of my knots, get up in my shit. And she would for a sec, and then she would go back to my ass. Like, it would be, like, my back for maybe 10 secs. And I was like, yes, bitch, yes, bitch, yes, bitch, get in there, get in there. But then she would always just go back to my ass. And there was no muscle work, there was no nothing. It was so awkward, and it was silent. It was silent the entire time. There was no noise to, like, mask out the awkwardness. I'm a shy person when it comes to strangers, if you guys didn't know that. So I was in my head, like, trying to figure out, like, should I stop the massage early? Like, this is so awkward. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I just get so shy, and I, like, feel bad if I'm like, okay, this sucks. I felt like I was going to be kidnapped by this bitch. I thought she was going to lock me in the room and, like, do a sexual act to me. And I'm not even, like, trying to be funny. I seriously felt that way. And I'm laying there, like, just waiting for it to end. At, like, 45 minutes, I was like, you know, I think that's enough. Like, I'm feeling really good. And she was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, I'm fine, like, please leave, like, I kind of want to get dressed. I feel super violated and uncomfortable. I really don't even think you're a real massage therapist." I feel like someone just randomly called a random fucking person. I feel like it was like a family friend, a cousin, an aunt of someone that worked there that was just available, who didn't have any experience in the massage field, like, didn't know what the fuck she was doing. I just know that if I asked her to explain the shit she was doing, she wouldn't be able to, because it was just a clusterfuck. She was just massaging just rubbing down my ass, kind of my back, sometimes. She was like, "Okay, just put your clothes on," and then she just left. And I was just sitting there feeling completely fucking vulnerable. I was like, I literally felt like I was gonna throw up, TBH. I put my clothes on and I walked out the door. There was music going on outside now, like the whole basement had like that, oh yeah, you know, relaxing massage music. It was creepy as fuck walking down there by myself, because I looked into Natalie's room and she was gone, so I was kind of scared. I thought they took her away. So I'm walking past all these beds again, and I'm looking around, and there's a bunch of rooms everywhere. There's a bunch of beds everywhere, like rose petals, like some freaky shit. And I was sitting there like, yo, this has to be some kind of like sex dungeon thing that like these people do. Like, this can't be just a normal massage place. Freaky shit goes down in this basement. There has to be. And the fact that it was me and Natalie alone in this place, like, what the shit? I literally thought someone was gonna come around the corner, kidnap me, and like throw me and make me a prostitute. I go upstairs and I'm really sketched out, like looking around, like so scared. We go up to the front counter and like we pay and shit, and everything is just silent. There's just a bunch of workers working. Like, there was like maybe 10 workers in there, and it was only me and Natalie, so we were so confused, and they were just like walking around in silence. Like, they kept going down these hallways, like kept coming up, kept going downstairs. Like, who knows what was in some of those rooms downstairs? Like, what the shit? And we left that place and we just got the chills. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that place was a sex dungeon. There were so many beds and rose petals and weird red lights. It didn't look like I'm trying to relax and get a massage. It looked like I'm trying to go there with my boyfriend Jared and perform 50 Shades of Grey acts on his ass. Like, Literally, it looked like a place where I could just pull out my whip and everything would be chill, like no one would think anything of it. I could pull out some handcuffs and like they would be down. Like, I'm pretty sure if I pulled out a whip, my massage therapist would get on the bed that was in my room and like be totally fucking down.
Wind it, wind it, wind it, shawty, wind it. Shut the club down, shut the club down, shut the club down, girl, you shut the club down, girl, let me see you. Wind it, wind it, wind it, wind it, wind it. You shut the club down, shut the club down, shut the club down, girl, you shut the club down, girl.